Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Manny B investing in BI and CherryLend. CherryLend did a pre-sale. I mentioned this in, I think, the development update video, which should see in the description or something. So there was this pre-sale that they did where you would send ADA to an address. They would return at a later time Cherry tokens to a pre-sale price. So what that pre-sale price was, it was you would get 3 Cherry per 1 ADA that you sent, with a minimum of 50 ADA and a maximum of maybe 100,000, I believe. So the pre-sale historically usually works this way. Insiders and VCs get to purchase a asset early for a really, really low price in order for the project to raise real capital. And then it's released to the open market, typically at a higher price for the pawns, you and I, to be able to invest, the non-insiders, the non-VC investors, to be able to buy, sell, and trade after the fact. What typically happens is a lot of those insiders are usually vested. They are on a timetable, and after a certain amount of time, they then could sell their tokens that they received. Well, in this pre-sale was a little bit different. It seemed like everybody or anybody who was privy to the fact that they were doing this was able to get in at the intro price, which we definitely went back to and then passed again, and I think went back to again. But it was what, 33? It was 0.33 ADA, and that price has definitely fluctuated. It was interesting. Did I get involved? Originally I did not plan to, because I figured that there was going to be a pump and a dump, and I didn't really want to play that game. I was just going to wait for things to calm down and then start picking up and trading, similar to my recent Paribus style of accumulating tokens to buy at a certain price. When that price goes up, to sell, and then continue to buy and then sell and buy and sell and taking the profits in the accumulated token. In this sense, I did at the very last moment. I think when there was like, I was like a little over 1 million, I ended up throwing like 108 in and got 300 Cherry. People freaked out. People freaked out in the Discord because they were concerned that it might have been a rug pull, as they start to, because you get to see now with these tools such as like Tap Tools and Pool.pm, you could actually see the data. But let's go ahead and take a look here. Let's blow this up here so you can see. This is the CherryLend token. There's the total, the quantity, 88 million. This is the address, that the pre-sale address, and look, a bunch of people were sending just random tokens to it. Somebody sent a bunch of Bison to coins. That's funny. But this is the amount of ADA that it has right now. And today, I think they moved about 100, a little over 100, maybe 150,000 ADA I noticed moved. But people were able to see this accumulating over 1 million ADA, and they started to get kind of weird in the Discord. I thought it was really interesting. If you were in there, if you weren't, you can scroll back up and look at all the crazy nonsense that was being spread in the chat there. But they ended up sending out those Cherry tokens. Like I said, ended up getting 300. I sold them at a profit, of course. And now I'm just kind of sitting and waiting to see what happens. We're looking. You can actually look at the Cherry chart right here. So it launched here. The low is like 12, about 12 cents. We're sitting at 11 right now. It's not the lowest that it's been. I think the all-time low, it's about 10 cents, around 10 cents or so, maybe less. 10? Yeah, a little over 10 cents, I think. So again, this is a token. It's going through what we would call price discovery. We don't really know what it's worth. We don't really know what it's going to be worth. There's a really small supply, a small amount of holders. The platform has not launched yet. So it's really difficult to tell what it's going to be worth. It may be worth a ton of money. It may pump to the moon. It may hit zero. Really just depends. The future of Cherry really depends upon the team that is developing the protocol. Right now, on the day, 24 hours, we are negative 15.22%. Do I see an easy lift of this token to 15 cents, something around there? Even 20 cents again? I feel like that could happen very easily, and it could dump just as easily as well as tokens start to move out. Right now, the project is in control of an overwhelming majority of those tokens. You can see that. I think if you click on, no, where were we with that? Cherry chart, profiler. You can see that this wallet has 68 million Cherry tokens in it. They control a majority of the tokens. So they could dump this. They can do all kinds of stuff to control the price of the Cherry. I don't think that they're going to. I'm just saying that it's possible for the person that controls this wallet, or the persons that controls this wallet. They can very easily manipulate the price of Cherry, given the fact that this wallet holds a majority of the Cherry. And again, this is a team wallet. So it really comes down to trust. Do you trust the team? I believe that this could be a very good project. They've used some clever marketing to create a fan base. They've made ripples in the community with newsworthy stories. They've even created some new vernacular for people. Copy pasta is like a newly coined phrase that a lot of people reference when we're talking about these quote unquote frosty projects. A lot of people see that as a negative. I think it's funny coming from tech and being involved in like software and development and all that stuff. Open source code is just that, open source code. It can be used. Otherwise, why would it be open? So people crying about them using the code is really funny. What it comes down to is, are people going to use your product? And the people using your product, are they getting a good value proposition from using it? And are they getting good customer support? Because everything is kind of all the same. It just comes down to marketing and the use of the product. Is it a good experience? Is it a bad experience? That's what it comes down to, in my opinion. And I think ADA, and Cherry have a bright future ahead as far as them fighting each other or just being rivals. Honestly, they don't even have to be rivals. They could easily work together. But I feel like maybe I'll start exploring the different protocols and maybe trying to get and find myself the difference between the two and see which one I like the best and which one gives the best value. That would be an interesting thing to do. But different kind of video for Cherry. We're not typically, I mean, in the past, it's just been documents and hearsay. And now the token is finally here and we can actually see it and we can look at it on tab tools. We can look at the charts. We have this happened the other day. So now we've got we got hourly chart, we got a daily chart. Like we can look at different things. It's pretty surreal, we've got top movers. They're number 2 in the losses, 22% loss. Just the other day, they were a top mover, not going to lie. But yeah, very, very interesting project. I'm going to continue to follow along and cover tweets. But I wanted to do this video just to kind of show, what happened. The token is live. It's real. This is the stake address for it. I've been watching and looking at it in tap tools, paying attention, looking at the trading. You can see the trade history here. You can go on MinSwap. That's the only place where it's available right now. And you can look at the limit orders and all that good stuff to see what people are doing with the token as far as trading goes. I don't know if I'm going to be covering that like in a dedicated fashion. Maybe if there's big moves, I'll take a look at it, but I don't really plan on really going into serious trading of it just yet anyways. But we'll see what happens. So Cherry token, CHRY, Cardano native token for the CherryLend protocol that is yet to launch. The token, the governance token, is live. It is more than just a governance token. It is going to provide some revenue streaming, which we will go over in the next video. So make sure you hit that like, hit the share, subscribe, and let me know what you feel in the comment section. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.